tango dancer, we are Pablo and Anne from Tango Space. In this video, we teach you 3 steps that you can dance throughout the tango nights. These steps are adaptable to any crowded or not crowded dance floor, and they work with a lot of different types of music, melodic, rhythmic, dramatic, so you can really use them and make them yours. They go from simple to more sophisticated, and we know you're gonna love them. So we know you know the first step, but what we want to look at here is how to adapt it to the space and the music. So step number 1 is the cross with a parada.
So for example, if we are dancing something more melodic, more dramatic, we can do the cross and cross system. 1, 2, open. Yes. We open the embrace, parada, and we finish together. And then if you want to do the same step but you have less space, or you want to express another type of music, less dramatic, it can be everything in close embrace. Everything a bit smaller. Or if the music is rhythmic and you want to do it in a small space as well, you can do the same step in this way. So this is much more compact, very, very small steps, and I do only one step, and I invite her to do the cross in a very tiny steps around me.
So followers, what you want to do is to first listen to the music to understand the type of musicality your partner is suggesting, and as a consequence the type of movement you will use. Also be aware of the space so that you do not take 2 steps that are too big if you don't have enough space. And the more you know about the music, the easier it is going to be to adapt your embrace, the size of your steps, your physicality to the dance. If you want to learn deeper about this, join us for the complete tango musicality formula. Next time we open registrations, we go super deep into the followers role. The next step, again, is relatively simple. We know you know about it. And again, what is interesting here is how we are adapting it to the space and to the music. And we are going to explore the forward Ocho with a Parada.
So yes, this is a very simple step that we can do a different interpretation because we do it in a different way. So the more simple one will be side step together, apertura. I invite her to pivot. I invite her to do a forward ocho to my left side. And then here we release the embrace and we do the parada. This is a bit more dramatic as well, no? And then we close.
Here the embrace is very flexible. We go from close to open and back into close again. The follower is very active in this.
And then the second option that we have with the same step is, let's say, dramatic, but it can be nice because it's a bit more intimate, it's a bit more deep connection with the partner. We can be dancing something like Troilo, for example. With this, we do apertura, and then I'm going to leave my leg. Instead of collecting, I leave my leg for her to find my free leg. And then she will, inviting her to do a decoration, yes, just to find my leg to cross, all in close embrace. And now I invite her to do the parada, but more in the close embrace. We are not opening much, we do everything more close here. So basically, I'm inviting her to cross twice my leg in the same step. And then if we want to do the same step, but with more rhythmic music, for example, we can do apertura, side step in close embrace, and here we do more like quebrada, a bit more sharp pivot and in close embrace.
You go a little bit down, it's very sharp. The followers, you stay relaxed, but you can bend a little bit your knees.
We lower the center and I bend my knee, so I invite her to cross, and we do all this more compact and in the close embrace.
And the third step is wonderful. It looks quite simple, but there is actually a lot at play in terms of the technique here. And here we are going to invite the leader to take 1 back step.
So leaders, remember that when we want to do a back step in the social dance, in the Milonga, you want to make sure that you have the space. Yes? So to do this movement, we recommend you always first take the space and then you use the same space. Yes? So we go back, and then we come back to the line of the dance floor. So we are using the space that we already liberate.
Very interesting with this movement is that you can adapt it just by changing the embrace. So here, for example, we can do something more dramatic, for example, with melodic music, with a centrifugal embrace. So here I feel that my partner is releasing his embrace. I go all the way to the back. I relax the bottom of my back here. I go forwards, forwards. And there is a lot of dynamism in the embrace. I really feel that he's inviting me to come with him.
So it's like we create this elastic embrace, no? That it gives more energy and more fluidity in the dance.
And then when the music is more rhythmic and we have even less space, for example, we can make this very compact with a compact embrace, but the same feeling.
You can use this even dancing milonga. It's much more sharp. It's like.
Make sure, followers, that you are not going with the hips here. Relax your hip, keep the hip below your embrace, and it's going to work. Now we show you with tango music. Look at how we are adapting the movements depending on what is happening in the music and obviously the space around us. Knowing how to adapt your movements to the music is a skill that leaders and followers develop that help you make your tango dancing feel much more connected to the music and as a consequence much more relaxed, much more simple. So if you need help connecting your steps to the music better, if you are a social dancer, make sure you join the complete tango musicality formula. Next time we open registrations, we go deep into what works and what doesn't work, depending on what the music is for social dancer.
And you will be more creative, more creative dancer using the same steps, but doing a different interpretation depending on what you want to express in the music, depending what you do in the music, adapting the moment.
And please, keep learning and keep sharing your dancing.
Because the world of tango needs your embrace.